multiple attempts. Just mount this camera right here. Just like that. I'll put this back. Said I was going to take this thing apart from the get-go, so leave that there. And if anybody comments, I think I can see the comments here, but I do have the phone very, very close to my face. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to check and see. Okay, there we go. So, as the description states, I'm going to take this jet engine apart live on camera and show you what's inside. A lot of people have asked me about this in the previous videos where I feature jet engines, and they want to see what's inside one of these engines. Yo, what's going on? I can't read your name. I could just see that you said hi because the camera is about 3 inches from my face. It's so close to my eyes. I can't see that close. So, yeah. So I'm gonna. This engine was on the Triple Jet go-kart. So this engine was on the Triple Jet go-kart, and this is the one that was always giving me trouble starting. And I already took the exhaust nozzle off. This is the exhaust nozzle. It's just made out of like stainless steel or something. So I am going to remove this housing cover just like that, and that's pretty much as simple as these things are. This is just the external housing or the body of the jet engine. All the electronics are under this cowling here. This is the starter motor. A lot of people asked about a lot of these things I'm going to talk about here in the videos. This is the starter motor. This is an electric motor that spins this turbine up and gets the compression cycle going. And then it starts igniting the fuel. Injecting the fuel and igniting the fuel. And once that process starts, then the electric motor turns off. Has a little computer that controls all of that. And I tried to stream this from the GoPro. I've been trying to do this for an hour now. So I'm going to try my best to angle this so you can see. Hopefully you could see there. This thing's so close to my face. Whoa. Give me 1 second. Let me just make an adjustment here. You would think that YouTube would be a little bit more. I mean, we're in 2024, and I feel like YouTube is stuck in a dinosaur age with this live streaming. They give you very limited options on what you can do. All right, I'm going to try to talk low because this thing's so close to my mouth. I feel like I'm eating the phone. But, yeah, so I'm going to open this up and see what's wrong with it. Like I said, I'm going to do the best I can here. Keep this angle good. And this is probably the last time I live stream like this. Next time I'm going to use a computer, the GoPro, and an HDMI out because, man, there ain't no way. Why am I missing bits? And of course I'm missing the bit that I need. I don't even know how that happened. Oh, they're over there. I see them. Oh, man. Just got so sidetracked trying to get this to work. It's definitely a good eye exercise for me because gotta focus on the phone, focus on the engine. All right, next, we're going to take this off. I think you said you're in Maine, but I can't read. It's sort of blurry. It's like 3 inches from my face. What the heck? Man, where are my bits? I just had the whole set together right when I started this stream. Now I don't know where my bits are at. How does that happen? All right, I'm going to continue this as long as I can find my bits. I have no idea how. I just had all my bits and now they're not here. It's because I got so distracted trying to get that live stream going. I mean, it's super aggravating. I almost didn't do it because, man, I was trying to get it to stream for almost an hour. I think that fits. What the heck? Is this just set? I thought that was a full set. All right, anyway. Just can't even get these screws off. Come back in an hour and I'll have these screws out. Jesus, man. What the heck? I actually thought that was a brand new set. We have another set over here. I do not. I am sorry. You would think that I would check and make sure I got all the bits before I start a live stream. Ah, there we go. I swear that was a full set right now before I turn the camera on. Ah, there we go. And it doesn't help that one of these screws are stripped. These things are so tiny. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. And these engines are not... It's easy to get that cover off and get the exhaust nozzle off, but it is not easy to get these things apart sometimes. They're a real pain. But I got a whole bunch of episodes coming up. I'm going to try to do less jet stuff. The jet stuff, honestly, I feel like I overdid it, but I don't know, people like it. So did a lot of jet episodes. So these are the fuel solenoids right here. Actually, let me take a better look. I'm trying to see past the phone. So these are the fuel solenoids. One of these is a start solenoid. Yeah, one of those is a start solenoid. One is a fuel solenoid. So when the engine spins up, like this, spins up, and then the glow plug starts glowing, then one of these opens and the fuel pump starts pumping fuel into one of those injectors. And that's what starts the engine. Once that starts and the ECU feels like that's enough RPM, then it opens this second valve, and then it starts dumping fuel into the main injectors. And that's when, and these are all the injector tubes right there, those little tiny tubes. And this right here is the EGT. It's the exhaust gas temperature sensor. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to take this whole thing apart doing this live stream because this phone is super distracting. It's like right in my face, and it's kind of close to the engine. But I'm going to do my best here. If I can't do it here, I'm going to set up the GoPro for tomorrow, and I'll rip it apart tomorrow. That way you can see. I would have had this thing apart already if this phone wasn't in my face. I know it sounds like an excuse, but it's the truth. Oh, man. Where is this? Okay, that's coming out. Okay, I'm going to pull that off with the whole cowl. See, what's crazy is about these Chinese engines is that they have screws that hold that board in place, and then there's other screws that hold that intake in place, but those screws for the intake are under the board. So you got to take the board off, desolder the motor, or the little electric motor. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit more. Thumbs up. Thank you. So yeah. So then you got to desolder these, and this is a pain. I might do this all on camera. I probably will, but I wish I could just get the whole thing off in one piece. And it's really, I don't know. It's just, I don't understand why they made it like that. I'll take the rest of this part with the regular. See, I can't even see sides. I'm sorry, I can't even see sizes with this phone in my face. Normally I know what size it is right away, but that's why two eyes are important. Jesus. What the hell's going on? Maybe it's this one. No, it's not that either. I'm telling you, I can't see the sizes only using one eye. That's why two eyes are important to give you that depth of perception. What the hell? What's going on here? I don't know where all my bits are at. Okay, well, that took that out. Oh, these screws are super loose. Yeah, this is not even the right size. This is aggravating. What the heck? What is that? T3. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this today. 'Cause I cannot see any of this stuff because the phone is right in my face. Okay, I think that fits. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, that's better. Ah, that's better. It feels better. Okay, perfect. So I can't see. The phone is literally right in front of my face. You kind of need to see this. All this stuff is really small. All right, well, I think that's good enough. I'm going to try to remove the whole intake cowling together. God, that's tight. Holy cow. What the heck? See, that's why when I start missing bits from a set, I usually just throw it away and get a new one. So you're missing one bit, it can't complete the job. Oh, that worked, okay. Put those all in a pile. Now we're getting somewhere. I think every single one of these engines I rebuilt, I actually unsoldered these wires. Overall, these jet engines are pretty simple. If anybody has any questions, throw it in the comments section there. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to be able to get it there. All right. Let me see. Now I know why. Now I see why I unsoldered these all the time. Because, let me see what somebody asked. Hold on. How much are they a piece? Is that what you said? How much are they a piece? These are, I don't know. I think these are 5,000 bucks. There's another one that I have stored for a video. That's a different brand, and that one is like $20,000. It's a smaller engine than this. But these, essentially, these are usually used for cruise missiles. And these are from China. All this stuff I get from China. I'm not even gonna lie. But the ones that are really high quality, that are from U.S. companies or from European companies, are extremely expensive. But they're much, much better. Here, I'm going to take this off to see what you guys said, because I cannot see. Yeah, there's April. Oh, yeah, April. Yeah, April's right there. April, what's up? She's just chilling. Yeah, oh, so how much are they a pop? Yeah, so you heard me. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it is a lot of money. And if I didn't make the money back from those videos originally, I mean, a lot of people were interested in the jet stuff. I just got tied up with the Mr. Beast videos, and yeah, you know, Mr. Beast took me down because he didn't do what he said he was going to do. Or I don't know if it's necessarily his fault. I mean, everybody that I talk to are like, well, how can you defend him? But in reality, I think it was more the producer's fault. They were more looking out for their own jobs than they were for me. And yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like every other situation, the one that gets screwed is the one that knows the most. Because everybody's like, well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know how to do it. You don't need anybody else. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not fine. Now I'm struggling over here. After I spent 10 months on Mr. Beast, doing all these crazy experiments. Let me see what you guys said. What's the hours per rebuild? Hello? What's the hours per rebuild? Yeah, I mean, probably depends. Let me put this phone on my head again. Yeah, this is the last live stream I do like this. This is dumb. But yeah, so how many hours? I would say, honestly, like with balancing and everything, probably 15, 20 hours if you're good. Like if I wasn't doing a live stream right now, I would have had that already open. But like I said, this phone is right in my face and it's messing up my depth of perception. But I'm almost there. I'm gonna get this off right now. I think I'm gonna have to desolder all these though. Get these out of the way. These things are such a pain in the butt. Jesus. I swear to God, nothing's easy when you're doing it on camera. Yeah, I'm trying to do some of these live streams and some more videos, try to warm up, try to learn my whole creative process again. Since I stepped away for so long, I had this brain injury back in September that was hell on earth. And now it's like I'm missing like little details that I would have never missed before. But it's starting to come back now. And this is crazy. It feels like it's dragging. But yeah, these things, they're more, I don't know. For me, they're more of a gimmick. I'm going to do a race. I'm going to race another go-kart with the Triple Jet go-kart coming up for a video. But I had some money trouble lately. I was going to rent out the track. But, you know, you need all this stuff, insurance, everything. It's not cheap. So now, Beast got me broke. So, yeah. I don't know where that washer came from. Wasn't paying attention. I guess I could go back and look at the live stream. Yeah, but I'm going to be racing a couple people with the jet powered go-kart, and I got a couple other things in store. It's just, yeah, it's been crazy for me the last 8 months. I haven't worked. I can't think. Can't function. Oh, yeah, that was one of my first videos. You're right. Yeah. I remember that. Yep, that was one of my first successful videos. Was April drinking water. That was like, I don't know, it was a while ago. But I got kind of sidetracked, you know, because what happened is, and that's why I want to do some more Q&A. I think a lot of people who are not really deep into YouTube sometimes have a misunderstanding of how YouTube works. But what happened is I started moving away from the slow motion stuff because the videos were not sustaining. I don't know how the slow-mo guys do it because they just don't make money. They just don't make money. So that's why I started doing more builds and other stuff like that, because those videos, they have a higher CPM, which is cost per mil, and which means I just make more money per thousand. And the ones that are sustainable are like the jet go-karts, some of those videos, the challenges, stuff like that, because they just make more money. They have a higher CPM. Let me turn this soldering iron on. And yeah, they have a higher CPM. So that's why I stopped doing a lot of the slow motion stuff, because the CPM was terrible. Like I have some videos that, like I got one that has 29 million views, and I think I made $4,000 off the entire video. And that took me weeks to make that video. Sometimes I do the math and I'm like, man, I'll be better off just going and working at the drive-thru. Just work overtime and I'll probably make more than I'm making on YouTube. Which is sad but true. I turned it off. So now I have to unsolder these. But yeah, YouTube is not always what people think, and especially me. Like I'm doing other things, and I got other projects going on, and it's just super tough sometimes. But yeah, slow motion is what I started out with. That's why I named it Warped Perception, and I never liked the name. But the name made sense. Man, what the heck? Dude, these things are soldered on the back side. Alright, here we go. I'm going to start doing these like Louis Rosman. That's his name, right? Louis Rosman. Do like his style videos. Dude, what the heck? They won't even come out of there. Things are aggravating. This is why I was trying to do the GoPro on my head instead. Because I can't see with this thing in front of my face. Yeah, I gotta get that out. Come on, man. I have to get the forceps. phone is just bouncing around. It's like doing surgery. There we go. Come on, man. What the? Why won't this come out? It's only, I think I just can't see very well. There we go. Normally I would take a picture, but come on. This thing. Can't see. There we go. All right, one more to go. One more to go. Then the rest is fast. That's why I did this on a live stream, because it's actually usually pretty quick, like I said, but since this phone is literally blocking my view, having a hard time. Come on. Literally about to burn my fingers. There we go. All right. All right, so that's it for that. Let's go back over here. Pull this off. There's junk in the way. I think I got all those screws. Want that thing to fall. All right. Yeah, I don't like the name of any of my channels. Well, actually I do. I have some other channels that I had before, Warp Perception and the other one, called Situation X. That was actually, I like that name. That's why I was just going to name it my personal name, but it's not always the best thing. There we go. So this is the starter assembly with the intake. And yeah. Oh man, it has a little bit of damage on that compressor, but I think that's fine. Yeah, so this one was giving me trouble starting, and then I did the jet versus car video, and I don't know what was happening. What's happening with this one? Oh yeah, that's right. Broken combustor injector. Because what happened was, yep, I was using this for another video, and I got exasperated, and I twisted the combustor and busted one of these injectors inside. So I might do that in a different video, because I am almost to the point where I need to take all of this apart. I got to take this compressor nut off. This whole compressor comes out. Then these are super simple. I mean, like I said, I think the primary use, some guys use these. This one's a little bit large, but some guys use these for the RC jets. But I bet you if you look at the numbers of jets that they have, or let's just say you look at the numbers of the amount of jets they sell in a year, and I bet you 98% of, maybe more, maybe 99% of these that they make go for cruise missiles, and the other 1% are for RC jets. So that being said, they know that this thing's just going to go in the air and crash, and so I don't want to misspeak here, but I think the ones for the cruise missiles have like a 5-hour, maybe they're a 0-hour maintenance interval, because that's what makes a jet engine expensive, is the maintenance interval. So this has a 25-hour maintenance interval, which means that you can run 25 hours at any throttle position. After 25 hours, you have to do the maintenance. And usually the only thing you have to maintain is the bearings and the compressor wheel, but I would say also these turbine blades probably start getting stress cracks over those times, and if one of these blades goes, man, it's game over because this thing is spinning at like 100,000 RPM. So yeah, that's why it's pretty dangerous. Like the jet cart is kind of dangerous, and I have certain areas, like when I film with my crew, I tell them the danger zones, and I get really upset if they go in a danger zone. Even though on camera it looks like we're being careless, it's really not. And but yeah, so there's a danger zone, and danger zone is usually from here. It's if you split, if you go, let's say it's a complete circle around the engine, it's 360 degrees. You split in half right here, so the rear 180 degrees. So from this point to this point is where you don't want to be. So anywhere from here forward, you're good. Anywhere from there, because anything that's going to explode is usually going to come out the back or out of the side. And that's one of the reasons I use these engines, because they have a sort of containment ring. If you look right here, it has, I don't know, that's not quite an eighth of an inch, but it's probably 1/16 of an inch thick. And it has that containment ring, which is very, very close. So when one of these fails, it doesn't have a lot of space to gain any sort of velocity, if that makes sense. Some of the other ones I've seen that have the case way out here. So if one of these little blades break or it gets off balance, it has a good 1/4 inch to start speeding up and go right through the housing. It needs space to speed up. If it breaks right here, it's not going very far. It's just going to basically come out the back. And yeah, so this is where I'm going to leave this one. You can see what's inside, and I got another see-through jet engine video coming up with a different setup, completely different, and it's to satisfy a curiosity I've had for a long time. So I'm going to continue this in another live stream when I get the GoPro going, because this is just more complex work from this point on. I got to take this whole compressor off, the turbine wheel, and then all these individual injectors. You can see they're basically the thickness of a needle. They're so tiny, and you have to be really, really careful. And I know for sure that there's one broken somewhere, because like I said, I twisted it. And but I'm gonna attack that in another live stream, so we can take a look at all the internal components of this. And yeah, thanks. I mean, I want to thank you guys for joining. My brain is still not working 100%, so that's the rig that was on my head. My brain's still not working 100% right now after this brain injury, but I'm relearning the whole creative process, and doing videos like this really helped me. But yeah, and let me take a real quick look at the comments. Dude, I seen that. This guy Nick said they almost killed the president in front of him. Man, I saw that. That was insane. Partner shows it. Thank you. How reliable are my rebuilds? These? If you're talking about this, Kaboom, I really don't have an answer for that. All I could tell you is that I don't want to say anything, but I guess this is wood. Yeah, I haven't had one of my rebuilds fail yet. I'm pretty on top of that, and I'm pretty vigilant when it comes to paying attention. So like this one originally, I think this one says bearing noise. No, that's another one I have in storage that I have to rebuild. The bearing started getting noisy in the thrust test video, so I took that out of service and I replaced it with another one, and I put a service tag on it, something similar to this, and it doesn't get used until I fix it. And I think that's where most of these guys, they get messed up with these jet engines, is they ignore like the obvious signs. You know, it's like if you hear your car making a ton of noise and you keep on driving it, well, eventually whatever's making noise is going to get worse and it's going to break. Let me just look at the contact. So yeah, the ability to have freedom and make jet engines in your garage. You know, honestly, I don't know if I have much of a choice, because most of my like great uncles were like really crazy people. Most of my family is really crazy people. So my mind, I don't think works like everybody else's mind. But the problem is that you can't shut it off. It's always on. Like a thousand ideas running through my head normally every day. Yeah, and to tell you a little bit about my brain injury. So yeah, it happened in the gym. I came back from Mr. Beast. It was my first week back I came back from Texas when we did the train in a hole video. And yeah, I was just in the gym. I was super dehydrated. Apparently my sodium was really low. I don't eat a lot of salt. Now I actually increased my salt, and I feel a lot better. So yeah, so then I was just in a machine and I made a mistake. I didn't get out of the machine and let my spine compress in between the exercises. I grabbed the 45-pound plate, went into the exercise. My spine was fully extended. My muscles tensed up and pulled my spinal cord from my brainstem, and I had internal bleeding. So I went to the hospital and they were sort of wondering how I was even alive after looking at the scans. They walked in and they thought they had the wrong patient. And so yeah, so that's sort of what happened. It's just I was in trauma level 1 ICU for 3 weeks and then recovery for I think another 2 weeks. And then it was like 8 months recovery outside the hospital, which was literally hell on earth. Like I couldn't see faces for a while. I just couldn't think, I couldn't function. It was crazy. I'm like, man, I almost would have rather been dead at that point, but I made it out, and I'm just still like remaking those connections in my head. So a lot of people were bashing my previous videos, and honestly, I just forgot. While I was filming, I forgot what I was filming. Oh man, you can't see me because my camera's not working. So yeah, I forgot what I was filming. Right in the middle of the episode, the jet engines didn't blow the windows out of the car, and I completely got sidetracked and went somewhere else for the next 2 days we were filming. And then after I uploaded the video, I said, what the hell? That's not even what I was filming. Like, that is literally not even what the video was about. It was about something completely different. So, you know, stuff like that where those connections were missing in my brain is what I'm trying to fix now. And yeah, it's coming back little by little, you know, so thanks for asking. And yeah, I'll be okay. I just got to get back to work. I noticed I started filming again, and I'm just missing a lot of those connections. But at least I got some stuff done. You know, I got all my printers set up over there. I got everything ready to rock and roll for these videos. And these printers are amazing. Like, I'm glad to have, you know, worked with some of the best equipment. But I got two Prusa printers here. Formlabs, this is a new one I just got, which is a Form 4, super sick. This is the Form 3, and then I got this big one here, which is a Form 3L. And what I'm doing here is I'm prototyping parts for the V12, video. I'm doing a little V12 video, but you know, yeah, I should do more of these live streams once I get this all set up. But I get screwed over a lot. Like this Chinese company, they made a deal. I spent like I think I spent $8,000 on a go-kart, and then the guys got fired. They closed the company and moved on, and now I got my $8,000 out there. I never got the money back. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna do more live streams like this. I'm gonna hook this up later with a different camera so I can talk to everybody and sort of see everything better. And yeah, that's about it. I'm out of things to talk about. Let me just check the comments one more time. And oh, thank you. Oh, I know, Kaboom, man. I remember you, man, for a long time. So yeah, my brain's just crazy, man. I couldn't figure out all these channel names, you know. But once I'm just gonna roll with it and just like go full speed ahead and see what I could get done. I got a lot of crazy videos that I collabed with Mr. Beast on. I collabed with Mr. Beast on a bunch of these videos. Oh, I think my camera's working now. Yeah, so I collabed with Mr. Beast on a bunch of these videos and a bunch of videos that I wrote, and he just didn't come through, you know. Lion's mane. You know, somebody else told me about that too. Lion's mane mushrooms. But anyway, yeah. So I collabed with Mr. Beast on some of that stuff, and he just didn't come through. He didn't do his part. I mean, it wasn't necessarily his fault, but I'm trying to get back to it now, man. So thanks for your support, everybody. And uh-oh, we got a tornado warning. Yeah, I just try to stay off anything that's not natural. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'm not gonna take this apart by myself. I'm gonna actually do a live stream on this because I think people find the internals of that very interesting. But yeah, but that brain injury was no joke, man. I don't wish that on anybody. It was literally hell on earth. Even my face, like my muscles are starting to come back, and like my skin is looking a little bit better. I was looking really bad for a while. I was looking like really, like my face is really almost like when you first wake up in the morning. That's how I was every day, all day. I felt like I just woke up, and I looked like I just woke up. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I'm going to start doing all the challenges. I'm doing a bunch of challenges that I started with Jimmy from Mr. Beast. But like I said, I'm going to go into that in a live stream later on. I'm going to write a sort of like an outline so I don't forget, because a lot of people had questions about that. But Mr. Beast, yeah, I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to collab with him on, and I wrote a bunch of different stuff. But I don't even think it's Jimmy. Jimmy's a real nice guy, but I think it's like the producers that work for him. They're sort of have this corporate structure where they're always trying to look out for themselves no matter what, and they don't want anything to get reported to Jimmy at all because they know they're going to get fired immediately because they're probably getting paid pretty good money. So that's kind of how that went. But all those challenges I'm going to start doing on my main channel. The issue I'm having is that for some reason, these other videos I was doing while I was injured have attracted the wrong audience. So some of these people are coming in now and seeing some of the videos that I did 3 years ago, and that's not what they subscribe for. They subscribe for some like engine review or something like that, and I find that stuff super boring. I mean, I put some of that in my videos, but not too much. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'll let everybody go, and yeah, I'm gonna get this whole GoPro live stream thing sorted out, and even live stream from a computer. I'm gonna figure this out because it has me aggravated. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Take care.